18 months and we made $120 on that sale. So we worked 18 months for 60 bucks a guy. Nobody else would ever do that. But the people that do that are the ones that are winning. You have to have the patience. Ultimately, you decide if you're gonna live or not. Am I just gonna get through life or am I gonna live? Because it's a fucking choice. I mean, you literally decide that. And some people decide it when they're 70 and it's too late.
Definition of a champion, no.
Junior, reteach us performance problem solutions from last week.
Okay, my dude.
So this is gonna happen, dudes and dudettes. So the new topic for this week is gonna be about patience and leading indicators. I will randomly pick somebody to reteach us next week what you learned and what the topic was. So if you're dozing off during this time frame, you're gonna look really stupid next week. She asked me twice now about patience, and I was just doing a thing with Dom last week when I'm sitting there waiting 3 hours for the bank to call me back. And what I remembered was, and we kind of went through, I don't know if you guys, and a lot of you guys are new and you don't even know where we started. You may not realize that Ben and I came up with this concept on Christmas Eve morning and launched it by February 1. And we spent that time kind of figuring out what it even was. And then we waited 18 months for our first sale. And when I say our first sale, I mean like we sold 6 shirts and maybe 4 stickers in 18 months. So we sold, I remember I was actually up north running down the hill looking at my phone. I was like, we fucking sold this out of wheels online for the first time ever. 18 months and we made $120 on that sale. So we worked 18 months for 60 bucks a guy. Nobody else would ever do that. But the people that do that are the ones that are winning. You have to have the patience, because there's micro patience and there's macro patience. I have 0 micro patience. I want everything fucking done today. And I just don't understand why it can't be done in 10 minutes, let alone by the end of the day. We may not get tomorrow, get it fucking done today, right? That's my attitude. But for the long haul, I've let Fitment Inc. go 8 months spending money, not making a nickel. I've spent 7 months of salaries on boosting, on gear, sweet ass tents. You guys know how to spend money. I know that because the first one took 18 months, I can't have the expectation that it's gonna get there just because we're spending more money, putting more resources. Because it still comes to respect, people having faith that you're a real company, people having faith that you'll be around to help out with their warranty, and people just deciding you versus Amazon. Sales is too late. Once your sales go down, you're already in trouble. Sales right now, if we were to track it, are like this, right? What we do is we develop leading indicators. So Fitment Inc., we have clearly chosen that gallery ads are king. And the reason I know that is because I know if I can create the world's largest fitment gallery on the internet, that people will come there to find out if their wheels fit. And then if I have wheels for sale at the cheapest prices you can possibly get them, and a couple of their buddies have heard that Fitment Inc. is pretty good and they get stuff on time, even when they ordered a t-shirt, they got it in 24 hours, they're gonna start buying. So as long as I watch gallery ads, which has done this from day 1, I know that I'm winning. I get a gold star. Then what I do is I watch site visits. If you guys have noticed, we put site visits up here. Because now that I've got people starting to load to the gallery, I want other people coming out and looking at the gallery. And I see that going. And then what I've started to do is I've started to kind of peek once in a while and see how many people are visiting the store. Because if I create this awesome gallery but never make any money, it's completely irrelevant how big of a store we have. So I want to know, are they out browsing that store and playing around in there? And we're starting to see this now happen with the store. So all of these, and then you have your Facebook likes, and your IG likes, and your Snap views, and you just sit and you watch every single one of these. That's all you need. Because I know now if I have the patience, I'm gonna win. Does that make sense? I want to take questions because my whole point is you have to have the long-term patience, but you also have to know that it's working. Because if this isn't working, you're not going to get there. So many people want to start a business and just have it get going and make millions. They don't understand the year and a half. And I've told a couple people, they've come to me for ideas or want to start a business, and I'm like, I have a great idea that I'd be willing to give to you because I think it's a great idea and I don't think I'm ever gonna have time to do it. And I would maybe invest or partner with you, but you won't make any money for a year. So you'll have to do it as a side job while you have a regular job every single night, quit watching TV, and do this instead. For a year, you'll make nothing. And I think you can make hundreds of thousands after a few years. They don't even reply to me. Anything social media related, they see that they only get 1, 2, 3 likes a day, 1, 2, 3 subscribers a day, they quit. 3 weeks. The typical person tries for 3 weeks, don't see big results, and they fucking quit. Look at Dream Job. We've been at it for 7 months. 90% of people would have quit already. I mean, you have to believe that if you keep packing this little snowball and you keep packing it and packing it and packing it and packing it, you have to sit there and build it for months. Then you finally get to roll it down a hill and it starts to pick up a little bit of extra stuff. But then once it gets moving, you don't have to do anything. I have like 12 years of lean training with guys from Japan. I went to Japan for a week on a tour and toured 7 factories that do full-blown lean. And they just mentored the piss out of focus, 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 focus. That's why I said that to you right away. You have to focus.
It's interesting when you said that because it reminded me of something I heard. They took 2 billionaires, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, and they asked them what was the #1 thing that contributed to their success. And they had them turn around and write it down on a piece of paper. And when they came back, it said focus on both pieces of paper.
I used to just scream at everybody about focus and they wouldn't listen. And when I left, I said, I'm gonna show you fuckers that if you just focus, it really will work. Because everybody told me that. If you read anything, they talk about focus, and then measuring your performance problems and solutions is a thing that one of my Mexican senseis taught me. And I said, that will change my life because that's all that matters. When I'm trying to lose weight, I look at what I weigh every day, I look at what I'm eating, I look at if I'm doing any exercise, and I look at changing one of those. I change one of those and you see the weight go down. I'm like literally anything in the world you can associate with performance problem solutions. And if you take that and focus, you will always, always win. Of course, with the pieces that go with that, like leading indicators. And the pie there has to be money there.
I was gonna ask, when you said you started, you didn't get your first sale until 18 months?
18 months.
Were you sticking money into it? Were you like paying for advertising or anything?
We just had that $1,500 and then just worked. I would go on Instagram and I would message every single person with a truck and say, hey, can you come load it in the gallery? Hey, can you come? It would take about 1 to 1.5 hours per vehicle to load. And I manually loaded the first 50 vehicles by myself. Then when people saw those 50 and Ben saw that I was sticking with it, he built me the way where you can load your own vehicle. Then I started telling people, come join these 50 and load yours. And I said on Instagram, and I would hit 100 to 150 people a night saying, load your vehicle, please. And I'd beg 100, 150 and get 10 of them a night. But 10 every single night, every single day for 18 months. And here we are, because we just stuck with it. But all it cost me was time. But it was just constantly coming up with, but I had to hang out with these kids on social media. I mean, I, at that time, was 32 years old, and I've got these 17, 18-year-old kids driving me nuts. But I'm like, it's gonna be worth it, it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
One kid, I'm like, he goes, hey, can I get my shirt? I said, yeah, absolutely, what size are you? Sends me a selfie with his shirt off in the bathroom. He goes, this size. And I was like, what the fuck is that? He's like, I don't know what size I am. My mom buys my clothes. And I'm like, just go look at another shirt in your closet. Stop sending me selfies of yourself in the bathroom. But it was putting up with that makes it so worth it now. And when people look at it and they're like, you know, you're so lucky, things really just worked out for you. And I'm like, yep, just got lucky. You know, no effort involved.